ready to begin.
Have you ever wondered how many different ways people have discovered to make potatoes? Well, I have, and today I would like to teach you my favorite way to make potatoes. While it is time consuming, this recipe, in my opinion, is very worth it. Today I will be teaching you how to make a twice baked potato. I will show you how to prepare the potato for the first trip to the oven. Then I will show you how to prepare it for the second trip to the oven. And then the final step, I will be providing you with what would be your final product. For your first step, you're gonna take your potato and you're gonna poke holes in it. I like to do, I just kind of vertically across the potato, usually about 7 pokes with the fork. And then you're gonna take your oil and you're gonna spray it down your potato. Then you're going to take your foil and you're gonna wrap up your potato pretty tight and put it into your oven. In this case, we're gonna say the oven's over here. Now, you gotta wait about an hour, hour and a half. You're gonna put it in at 400 degrees. Once that's done, you then go, obviously using an oven mitt, don't grab your potato barehanded. And you're gonna take your potato out, unwrap it, and this will lead you to your second step. Now you're gonna cut your potato in half. Then you take your spoon, while it's still hot, you wanna go ahead and get all the insides out and scoop them into your bowl. Now you save the outside of the potato for later. Now you take your bowl with your potatoes that you just put in there, and you're going to start with, for me, I did 7 potatoes, so I had 10 tablespoons of butter, 10 teaspoons of sour cream, about a cup of cheese. You can use whatever cheese you prefer. I use Colby Jack for these. And then I added about a third of a cup of, or a third of, 3/4 cup of bacon bits, and then I had a half a teaspoon of onion and garlic powder and a teaspoon of salt and pepper. They put all that in there, and then you put it on your mixer and you let it mix up until it gives you something that looks about like here. You want it to look pretty much like a potato, like mashed potatoes, loaded mashed potatoes in this case, because you want all the filling in your potato. Now you're gonna take your potato that's cut in half, and since it's scooped out, it's gonna look kind of like a boat. You want to fill this boat with all your scoopings that you just made, and you want to fill it kind of tight. I like to kind of take the spoon and like scrape it against the edges like this would be, and that usually fills it up pretty tight. Then I would put it in a pan or on like a flat sheet, and I sprinkle some cheese on top, and then you go into your second trip to the oven. This one's only gonna take like 10 to 20 minutes, so this one is a lot shorter, a lot easier to do. And by this point, you're probably thinking, what was the 3 steps he was teaching me? And then you realize, I'm almost done. I get to enjoy my potatoes soon. This is the fun part. Then take it out, let rest for maybe 5 minutes. Still want them hot, they're a lot better that way. And then to wrap everything up, within the span of about 2 hours, you get to have these delicious potatoes. You know, you can impress your loved one. You get these 3 easy steps that I showed you today, and which was preparing for the first trip to the oven, preparing to the second trip to the oven, and lastly, enjoying your hard work. I hope that you like this recipe as much as I do and are able to share it with your family.